Ready, Set, Grow. This was the theme for the Trinidad and Tobago Coalition of Services Industries' 5th Annual Excellence in Services Awards. Hosted during the National Services Week celebrations, the Excellence in Services Awards aims to recognize outstanding performances and contributions to the development of Trinidad and Tobago's services industries. As the government of Trinidad and Tobago looks to steer the country away from its traditional oil and gas sector, bodies such as the TTCSI have become all the more important for the continued development and diversification of the national economy. Offering their remarks in the day were several key stakeholders, including Mr. Rakesh Goswami, Executive Vice President of Strategic Alliance, Enterprise and Tobago Operations at TSTT, Ms. Angela Leloy, President of TTCSI, and Senator the Honorable Paula Gopi-Schoon, Minister of Trade and Industry.
The World Trade Organization notes that members of the services industry covers a wide range of endeavors, with some of the more exotic ones being architecture and even space transport, and that services are the largest and most dynamic component of both developed and developing country economies, providing crucial inputs into the production of most goods. The global fall in oil prices and other changes to the global economy have brought us to a critical juncture in our country's economic development, where highlighting the value of the services sector has never been more important. As suggested by this year's theme, Ready, Set, Grow, TNT needs the contribution of the services industry for the growth of a stronger, more resilient economy. The services sector has a profile that blends the passion of entrepreneurship with the flair of a craft and the conviction of a patriot. You are the foundation of the nation because of your aggregate contribution to GDP, employment, economic diversification, services to conglomerates, and the list goes on.
TTCSI's National Service Week is a key initiative that has grown in stature. It is specifically geared towards awarding excellence in the service industry and the promotion and development of the services sector. For the 8th consecutive year, the TTCSI has embarked on the hosting of a series of events to not only highlight the benefits and contribution of the services sector to the economy, but also to stimulate the local services providers to take their business ahead while developing innovative strategies for market access and expansion. Services exports are key to growing the Trinidad and Tobago economy. The services sector has increased in importance over the last decade, contributing annually on average $43 billion, US $6.8 billion to gross domestic product, and 80% of employment. Further visibility and recognition of the sector is needed, and this is where TTCSI plays a major role.
We may be known for oil and natural gas, but it is the energy of our people and that forms the foundation of Trinidad and Tobago's economy. Notwithstanding this, the true extent and nature of services and its relationship to our socio-economic well-being still remains nebulous, which directly affects the government's ability to create and implement sound policies and programs. And this is where the TTCSI comes in, making it invaluable and essential to national growth and stability. Any discourse on the services cannot be done in isolation, since it's intimately tied to other areas, for instance, manufacturing. Some services are needed early in the manufacturing value chain, for example in research and development. Some are needed at the end, retailing, maintenance and repair, and some are needed at every stage, like in the telecommunications and financial services. In the United States, for example, on an average, 25.3% of intermediate inputs purchased by manufacturers in 2011 were from the services sector. For certain manufacturing sectors, such as computer and electronic products, this percentage, a measure of services intensity, was as high as 47.6%. While the sun, sea, and sand are things that continually shape the world's perspective of the Caribbean, we must broaden our horizons and rethink what we have to offer the world find ways to market these services, all the while seeking new niches in which to focus our efforts.
Award recipients of the day took time to speak on the importance of growing the non-energy sector and their own pride in being recognized for their efforts within the services sector.
It honestly is an amazing feeling to win this award, the Young Service Provider of the Year, and basically it adds a lot of credibility to my organization, to our organization. It is a wonderful feeling to be recognized for the innovation that we've been doing and the services that we've been providing both to the local music market as well as the international market. We are basically a digital sample company. So what we do is that we make digital samples of acoustic instruments. So for example, in our steel pan sample library, we've taken individual steel pans into the studio and sampled note by note and created a digital sample that is now applicable and available to studios, producers, live musicians all over the world. So that is the service that we have provided to the international market. And it's been an amazing experience to see the sort of feedback that we get based, especially on the fact that it's the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. It's indigenous instruments of Trinidad and Tobago so far. And we intend to continue that level of service to provide these awesome plugins and awesome products for our customers worldwide.
Trinidad has a fairly well-developed skill sets of engineering, architecture and construction services. And we see the Caribbean as a market that needs these skill sets. And so what we don't export the traditional manufactured product. We export a service that we have honed our skill sets at.
The Ministry of Trade and Industry, together with the Trinidad and Tobago Coalition of Services, will no doubt continue its work in providing the enabling environment for individuals and businesses operating in the non-energy sector as they lead the charge to creating economic diversity.